Hello everyone and welcome. And this will be your general weekly reading for the sign of Gemini for the week of January 9th through the 15th of 2023. I would also like to thank everyone who has given my channel a thumbs up, subscribed, and left comments. Thank you very much for doing that. Alright, your first card out is a Page of Wands. So, some sort of message coming for you this week, or maybe you've already received it. Maybe somebody's got in touch with you over the holidays and give you an invite to travel. Maybe it could be for work as well. And the Three of Pentacles. So definitely hard at work. Getting a pay raise here by the looks of it. Moving up the ladder. People are starting to notice you. They know what you're worth. They know what you bring to the table. Maybe you're being asked to mentor or tutor someone. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. I mean, you got some really beautiful cards here to do with finances and future endeavors coming forward for you. Maybe you're, coming into some money for yourself this week. It's coming into, good business. Maybe you found some money that you had put away in a trust fund for yourself, and now it's starting to, gain momentum for you. And the Eight of Rods. So fast moving action. Maybe somebody's just sort of popping by out of the blue for you this week. And give you an invitation to, step out and have a good time with them. Go raise a little hell. So that's nice. And there you are. Five of Cups. Spend a little bit of time of mourning over what's lost, what's gone by, what in your life you've let go of or lost, that sort of thing. But you're not going to stay in that frame of mind very long. You're just sort of looking at it so that you don't make the mistake again. You realize what you've given up and where you want to go, over the bridge to that better life. So you're going to pick up the cups behind you and you're going to keep moving. Oh, there you are. A new relationship for some of you is coming in. With Two of Cups, maybe you've heard from somebody in the past you haven't seen for a while, or maybe somebody you had a crush on years ago and they sort of showed up, and it's turning into more because you're realizing that you have a lot more in common than you anticipated, or maybe you just forgot as time went on. It could be an old flame showing up for some of you, or you could be the old flame showing up to someone else. And the Three of Rods. So there you are. Good solid foundation. Looking out into the horizons, trying to pick your path carefully, make your investments good, know which way you want to go. You know what you want in life, so you're okay on that aspect of it, so you're not overly worried about anything. Maybe you've just decided that, I'm good where I am, but is there more out there that I want? So you're just having a good look and thinking about it. And the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you've had a little bit of setback. Maybe an unexpected bill showed up at your door that you had either forgot about, or maybe you had to spend a little more money recently than, things have definitely gone up. So maybe that could be that you had to pay more for what you needed. So it set you back a little bit, or you feel like it has. And the Page of Cups. So information coming in, some sort of. And I think it's more to do with that Two of Cups there. This could be, that person that you haven't seen for a while. The sparks are flying a little bit more faster than you anticipated for both of you. So, you're starting to trust more. Maybe you've been, withheld from people for a while here, and you're just starting to open up a little bit more. Maybe you've talked to the right person and they've, steered you in the right direction this time. So that's all right. That's beautiful when that happens. And the Tower card. So there you go. Some sort of sudden insight, flash, and it can be good or bad. It doesn't always have to be negative. It could be that, you thought life was going a certain way and, this is how it's going to be. And then all of a sudden that other person comes in and so it's like, oh, maybe I have to change my thought process. And for others of you, this is that wake up call or insight of to which way you want to go. Because where you're at, you're realizing that really wasn't where you want to be anymore. Maybe your finances that you thought were so secure are not quite as secure as you anticipated, or this could be friendships, that sort of thing. But you're learning that you see the light, you know which way you want to go now, and you're okay with that. You just got that little bit of insight. You've always known anyhow about all these circumstances and people. You just didn't want to face it. I don't think any of us do. And the Eight of Swords. So definitely feeling, trapped, withheld, not quite sure which way to go. You're a little bit timid here. You realize that, you have to make a decision. There's no doubt about it. But you're not trying to make it in the wrong direction. So you're feeling a little bit, you're locked up inside. You're afraid to, take that chance because you're just weary. And that might have to do with that part of it. That's why you're, holding yourself back from making that decision. And the Three of Swords. So it may have to do with something in the past. Some sort of relationship that you had put a lot of faith in and the person you cared a lot about. Friend or other half. Or relatives in some case. Somebody that you cared very deeply about really betrayed you. And, this could be also the card of infidelity as well. So, maybe your other partner or yourself maybe, had a little something on the side and got caught and it cost you everything, sort of thing. So maybe that's why you're hesitant to enter into this new relationship. And the Seven of Swords. So you're keeping to yourself. You're keeping all your information to yourself. You're not really sharing what's going on in your life because you don't want anybody to interfere with it or give you advice that either you're not asking for or it makes everything that you're feeling so optimistic about right now go sour. And the Four of Cups. So there you go. You're feeling a little bit bored. You realize you have what you want, where you're at. You're quite comfortable. But you're just doing the day in, day out. You're not really overly happy or sad in that matter. You're just going through life. And you're wondering if that all there is. But there's not. There's still more on offer. You're just not quite sure if you want to reach out and take that cup or not. And the Devil card. So you realize what's been holding you back for a while. You have a tendency to hold yourself back. We all do. So, we put up barriers for ourselves or our ideas of what other people will think of us, or if we move a certain way, or, that sort of thing. So we put more stress on our own lives and ourselves by doing that, thinking that somebody's going to judge us. And nobody has that right to judge you except you. You're the only one who gets to live with your consequences or your actions. So, you've learned what's been holding you back, and now you're willing to, let that part of your life go. Now, whether that's a person, place, or thing, you're realizing that it's held you in a state of, nowhere, and now you're letting it go because you have more expectations coming in the future. And the Star card. So there you are. You're believing in yourself more. You're understanding where you came from, what you've had in your life. You've made a huge transition for yourself. When you maybe got back in touch with this person, or this person got back in touch with you, you decided that, hey, I'm not such a bad person after all, because maybe you were down on yourself for quite a while here. And this person sort of, give you that optimism back in your life. So you're gotten more in touch with yourself and your heart, and you're understanding that, it wasn't just all my fault. It takes two. So never forget that. So you're receiving some sort of divine help here going forward. You've invested a lot of time in yourself, and you're starting to realize that you're worth a lot to yourself as well. So good for you, Gemini. All right, I'm going to shuffle and deal you an Angel Oracle card. But your cards, yes, if you actually look at all the cards, they sort of odd looking, but you know, you've learned a lot. You've taught a lot to other people because they've learned from your examples as well. So, you know, try not to be so hard on yourself. All right. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother ride ahead. Well, isn't that gorgeous? All right, Gemini, on that note, I will say goodbye for now, and I will talk to you again next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye for now.